Welcome, everybody, to Rimworld. Yesterday, we had a robot civil war in our garden as we were trying to research washing machines, but do not worry, everyone. The important, the integral washing machine research is done. So now we can decontaminate clothes, we can wash clothes, we can remove the taint from clothes. It took a bloody long time and a lot of research, but as you can understand, it's quite powerful, because it means anybody we strip, regardless of whether they're alive or dead, we can eventually make their clothes wearable by our people. That means power armor, that means jumpsuits, that means any sort of OP shit that we do end up coming across. But that did take a little bit of time, so we've had a little bit of progress here today, and I've done a lot of the micromanagement, the more boring stuff that I normally wouldn't do during episodes. So, things like, you know, setting up stockpiles, hauling all that garbage steel out of the way from where the turrets blew up during the robot civil war yesterday. Getting a lot of building done as well, just casually in the background. I haven't been prioritizing much here. We've got ourselves a corpse freezer. I've limited the area from where they can haul and cremate corpses, so that way, if we do have just corpses lying around our garden like we saw, they will come over and haul that immediately, haul it over to here, where it's hidden away. Then we can get that cremated immediately as well. They won't be cremating, you know, rotten animal corpses from the other side of the map, anything like that. We've dealt with the rest of the glass. The skylights are all good and done. I've set up some builds for lavish meals as well. I thought that was fairly important. I mean, look at our fucking freezer right now. We've got more than enough to be able to build 1 or 2 lavish meals there. So that is definitely going to help out with mood. And you can see quite clearly everybody is absolutely elated right now. It's probably the best word for it. We've got 3 people at maximum mood there. And then the 5 others at the second highest mood. Besides that, tidying up the stockpile, yeah, that was the big thing I did, actually. So, making sure that we had, obviously, I didn't want to leave this in, as me trying to work out how the fucking hell these things worked, and clicking through all these menus, making sure we had every separate shelf for every separate things. Basically, we've got raw resources, we've got, other types of raw resources, so like your leathers, and your insect chitin, and your different cloths and garbage like that. Down here, we've got your manufactured stuff, so you've got your chem fuel, you've got your various drops through it, so mechanoid components, whatever else, and then sort of the similar thing on this side as well. Then we've got tainted apparel, and then clean apparel, and of course 2 weapons lockers. That's tidied up the base quite nicely, but again, I'm really hoping that the shelves are affected by the trade beacons. I assume they are, because they are still technically on the floor there. You can see we can click through the list of items kicking around, so fingers crossed that does work as intended. Besides that, it's just been a case of tidying up stuff that I've neglected for a couple of episodes. Now, yesterday I asked as well, what dinosaurs do you actually want to see us breeding as soon as possible? There are obviously T-Rex. Obviously T-Rex is at the top of that list. We've got Allosaurus, and then I added a few that I sort of personally recognize the names of, so things like Pachycephalosaurus. We've got a Parasaurolophus, a Ceratosaurus. We've got all of those all lined up and ready to go. So hopefully over the course of this episode, if John has nothing else to do, he'll just be breeding dinosaurs. Everybody needs a hobby, really, and John's no exception there. Oh, and also building the extra carnivore feeder. These dinosaurs are getting out of hand. They are getting out of hand now. There are 2 of them, or at least there are going to be about 200 of them by the end of this episode, because my god, now they've actually got enough food. They're not killing one another and eating one another. My god, we've got a lot of chem fuel as well. Holy shit. Turns out running a zoo works out quite well, and then Aiden there is just going to be casually in the background working on the Jade Hotel. Nice. I think everything's good to go. So today, the real focus of things is apparently a rolling blackout. Why? 500 watts on that one. I imagine dinosaur breeding benches require quite a lot. Yeah, 600 watts between those 2 as well. What about this thing? That's apparently free. We got a couple. Okay, we need to sort out the power issues here. So let's get Aiden working on this rather than the Jade Hotel of Extreme Decadence right now, which is the official name for it. Let's get this stuff set. Let's get a wind turbine done. Maybe a couple of solar panels too, just to keep us... Oh, we never actually did solar research. We got this from a mechanoid in Intrusion, didn't we? So, for the time being, we'll, I guess, just build a couple of wind turbines. Maybe even build another one of these power stations just temporarily. Let's go to Jurassic and stick one of those. Wait, where have they gone? Oh, there they are. Okay. I thought we couldn't build a copy because it doesn't say... Oh, there's build copy. My god, I'm blind. Can't build them indoors. Okay. Have we got any room for outside then? Not really. That's going to be kind of not in the way. That's a real pain in the ass. Okay, never mind then. Let's see what other types of power we've got. And of course, we won't have to worry about power, because the goal for today, what I was about to say before I realized we had no power, was RimAtomics. We're going to try and build that nuclear power reactor. We're going to go into that sort of crazy research, build the crazy turrets, and actually find a way to defend this Jurassic Park. Now, of course, the issue is one of the biggest problems, I mean, in terms of enemy raids especially, it's going to be drop pods. We're going to have mechanoids, we're going to have lots of the various enemy factions dropping in drop pods. Because there are so limited entrance to this map, we've only got the entrance area, so we can't just rely on filling this area with turrets and things like that. We are going to have to spread turrets across the base, like kind of long-range turrets as well. We're going to need, RimAtomics adds essentially a laser defense grid that allows you to shoot down drop pods and things like that too. So we're going to have to rely quite heavily on a lot of the RimAtomics tech. So I'm hoping we can get some of that done today. But my god, These power outages kind of drive me insane. How much have we got excess in this grid? 3,000 watts. Oh, is that all? Should we just connect the fuckers up? Just connect them up. That's probably the quickest way to deal with this power outage, Aiden, if you want to work on that. And then we can, when we eventually get the nuclear generator, which we'll probably put in this room, when we eventually get that nuclear generator, we can just connect the whole grid up, because that will always produce more power than we need. There we go. RimAtomics is done. So that is just about keeping us afloat. Their grid access now. I put down a couple of extra generators too. By the way, that room is vented. Oh, speaking of vented, I have all you jokers yesterday on Mr. Streamer. You've got a vent going to the outside room. It's closed. It's closed. Give Mr. Streamer at least some credit here. The problem was, and this is kind of an issue with the bathrooms especially, and we found this before in previous series. The prisoners can't, say they've got a bathroom attached to it, even with a linked bed, they can't go through the door because it counts as a separate building, and obviously this area is a kind of prison, so even if Shia LaBeouf there was absolutely freezing to death, and this room's obviously the one with the heater in it, he wouldn't go through. He still wouldn't go through into that room because it's not the prison, he's not allowed in there. So by removing that door, it should not only when it solves the heat issues, but it will also allow him to go in there if he ever does start freezing to death. And he can now not shit on the floor. So I think that's a win-win all around. But yeah, that vent is closed. Don't worry about it. I'm not quite that bad at RimWorld. I know I'm not incredible, but heat is difficult. Okay, how are we looking then? So we have butchered some more of these dinosaurs. I think I maybe got a little bit too much food in this one. We could just let the juveniles grow forever, but I'm actually kind of interested. What do you guys think about extreme animal war crimes? Why don't we stop the AI manager from butchering Storiciosaurus? Because right now, when they get to 8, then they're butchered. So you can sort of see there, we got up to 10, and then they were butchered, and now they're back down to 8 again. Why don't we just disable that? Why don't we just disable it and see how many we can actually get here? So don't ever bother butchering the excess. Let them grow. I mean, next generation will get another 17. Those 17 will breed, and then we'll get, essentially, I mean, it's just going to be exponential, isn't it? Assuming you get, well, if we end up getting lucky and get more females than males, it's going to be even quicker than that. Right, okay, Vogt's experience and inspiration. She will successfully recruit the next prisoner, regardless of difficulty or resistance. What? So, Shia LaBeouf, hang on. Forks. Let's have a chat, my friend. So if I do that, will she guarantee recruit Shia LaBeouf? Regardless of, it did say regardless of resistance or difficulty. 99% difficulty and 48.4%. Have we just got cheat codes to Shia LaBeouf? Don't get me wrong, he's not fantastically good. He's got the 20 melee, which combined with his crazy axe is obviously incredible. He's also got psychopath and bloodless, which are obviously quite good as well. Capable of dumb labor, and his other skills are kind of garbage. But my god, if we stick him in some power armor and give him that weapon again, is she just gonna... Come on. Shia, surprise. Get him. It fucking worked. That's insane. You kind of would assume it would do something like knock down his resistance to 0 if he's still got some or something along those lines. But my god, there he is. Shia LaBeouf. Okay, no longer for prisoners. Holy shit, wow, that's insanely good. Where's your weapon then, Shia? Let's find it. It should be like called Shia's axe or something like that. Go in this cupboard. Shia's axe. Polymer, Shia's axe. Holy shit, this is insanely good. Wearing protective gear. You know what? I'm happy for him to wear that shit. We can have tanky Shia LaBeouf in his protective gear. My god. We've also got that Federation right gear and right gear helmet. Is that better? Is that better than what we went? Because it is tainted, but of course he's got bloodlust, so who really cares? So that gives a movement speed of minus 30. Oh, god, that's a lot. Minus 0.3. Armor sharp is 120% armor heat, so armor blunt is very low, but armor sharp 120%. What's this gear got again? Let's just double check very briefly. Honestly, this stuff's kind of better. Oh, but the movement speed hit on that is minus 2. Shit. So he can move still. He could still be somewhat useful in the colony, but he will also be defended. You know what? I'm going to have him wear the other stuff. I'm going to have him wear the other stuff instead, because we do want him to be able to close in on his targets as well, don't forget, if he's being a melee character. We want him to be able to move with some decent speed. Right, force wear the Federation... What's the Federation jumpsuit? Does that give him any bonuses as well? Insulation. Gives him a bit of armor. Fuck it. Force wear the Federation jumpsuit. What's he doing? Hey, stop that. Shia. Right, so force wear that. And let's also force wear the riot gear and the riot gear helmet. My god, is he going to be a tank. Here we go. Look at this man. Boom. Holy shit. Wow, that's insane. Bionic Shia LaBeouf with his crazy axe as well. This guy's melee DPS is going to be through the roof, surely. Melee... Does it not say his melee DPS on there? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 21.7. Yeah, that's about right. So that's 29.37 from the polymer axe times... What's that times by? 84%. Oh, because he's missing a fucking arm. He's missing an arm, and he still does 21 melee DPS? What the hell? Bear in mind, the Thrombo does what, like 11? Holy shit, this guy is going to be ridiculous. And he can actually move at decent speed as well, because of course he's not wearing that crazy armor. So, Trashy has an extra arm. We could borrow Trashy's extra arm and give that to Shia, an evolved arm to wield his crazy axe. And again, we did want to turn Shia LaBeouf into the Weapon X. And I mean, he's already... I'm going to put him at the top... No, I'm not going to put him at the top. You're not top tier. I'd say you're above... You're above everyone else, but you're not above Trashy and John. Let's be sensible here. Can we whip off Trashy's arm then? Sorry, can we remove that and give it to Shia instead? No, we can't remove it. Oh, remove part... Right, will we keep that, though? It doesn't just get destroyed. It might be worth the roll. It might be worth the go. Right, Trashy, let's get you to the hospital, my son. Go and rest until healed. John, our surgeon... I'm really, really hoping we don't leave this body part. If we do, not a big deal. It's just going to slow Trashy down a little bit, but of course he's still got 2 working arms, so we can't complain that much. It's worth it to try. It's worth the risk just to see if Shia can get his extra arm. Solar flare. That's not ideal. It's not ideal timing, I'll be frank. Not that it's going to affect the operation. Ah, nice. We got it back. There we go. Okay. Shia, my friend, I have some good news for you. It's an evolved arm. It was worth chopping that arm off, trust me. So we want to put that in his left shoulder. So, was that not a right arm, though, in Trashy? I guess you wouldn't really have a left or right, otherwise that'd be confusing. Okay, so Shia LaBeouf gets in his left shoulder an evolved arm. My friend, join us. Rest until healed. Let's wait until this... Actually, let's wait until the best bed becomes free. And let's wait for the fucking lights to come back on. We've got the... and this is exactly why I wanted to put skylights everywhere. The skylights are on. So you can still see that the base is still 79% lit. But of course, as the sun goes down, then it will get darker and darker. But yeah, those have actually served a pretty decent purpose. Oh, Shia's also pretty good at animals. That's quite nice. And he's actually not bad at growing and harvesting either. 7 in both. I mean, hunting with a melee weapon, probably not recommended. Let's get him on plant cutting. Can't do a lot else, I'll be honest. Could have him stone cutting. I guess smelting all of this over here wouldn't hurt, as like his catch-all job. You won't do dumb labor, right? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong person here. So get him smelting. You won't do dumb labor. Will he work in the quarry? I'm going to assume not. Okay, no, apparently he will. Okay, fine. That's just hauling, delivering, cleaning, cremating, I guess. I'd rather him be smelting than in the quarry at the end of the day, because we've got just a constant influx of resources from Teresa. Not a massive amount. Certainly not a massive amount, but not bad. I also added some extra to the quarry menu as well, by the way. So I added Sky Steel, which is added by the Alpha Animals mod, as quite a rare resource, but we're getting quite lucky with the amount we're getting right there. I also added Amber to the quarry as well. I'll bring up the quarry load order at some stage and show you. Who's Bryce? It looks like he's a part of our colony, but I think he's actually a guest, isn't he? Yeah, man, these guys are leaving behind a shitload of steel as well. Steel? Silver. Silver is what I meant. There we go, that's a member right there. So then, RimAtomics. For those of you who haven't seen RimAtomics, honestly, this is probably one of my favorite RimWorld mods. It adds this whole sort of quest system. You buy quests in exchange for silver, so 250 silver there. I'm pretty sure the dollar sign is not representative of silver. I mean, it is in RimWorld, but obviously not in real life. So we can buy various research, then you have to use sort of specialized research benches. Sometimes it will be a generic research bench, sometimes it will be using machinery that you are able to build when you unlock the research. It's quite complex, and then of course at the end of it, you get generally some bonuses to what you're doing, might unlock something extra with what you... you'll see as we go on, don't worry about it too much. So generally, the big one we want to start off with is the nuclear reactor. This will allow us to build an experimental reactor, as you can see there, and that's a sort of research bench for atomics. I think, to be honest, and this was the fault I made last time, going for radiation detectors and radiation suits. Actually, to be fair, we don't need radiation suits because we've got the masks, which I believe... Wait, does that work? I don't know, because its toxic sensitivity is down by 100%, but toxins and radiation are not the same thing. So we should probably also go for this as well. But portable radiation detectors obviously allows us to detect if we get a leak, if the nuclear reactor goes a bit haywire, if I program it wrong, which normally I generally tend to. So I'm thinking we'll go for this one first. Oh, request 250 silver in a trade beacon. Well, that's not a good sign, considering we've got a trade beacon with... Is that generally no silver by it? Silver? What's the priority on this then? Low? Maybe we actually don't have any silver by the trade beacon. 8 out of 8 stacks. Ah, that explains it. Right, so we actually do need to put down another one of these wooden pellets with wrapping. Let's put one of those down. Let's get Aiden working on that immediately so we can move the silver over here. I didn't realize that we would actually run out of stack size on it. There we go. Okay, so now we can hopefully haul that stuff over. Let's copy the settings over first and foremost. So let's do that and that one. This should take any raw resources. Yeah, there we go. So now we should be able to haul. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's move that stuff over and then we'll see, obviously, if the trade beacon detects the silver being there, because RimAtomics should let us do this now. All right, so forks. It does take a while to load these things up. That's the trade-off to being able to store so much shit in an area like that. But seeing as it actually does physically put it there, this should work. Boom. Nice. That's really great to see. And you actually saw the stack size decrease there. That's cool. There is that was one thing I was concerned about using all this deep storage. Right, so radiation detect. So that's now unlocked this research. So a skilled researcher needs to study their design and learn how radiation detectors work. I don't remember how we do it again. Do you have to put down like the specialized RimAtomics workbench from what I recall? RimAtomics, there we go. Yeah, so RimAtomics research bench. We need to put one of these down somewhere. Because we've got this gigantic lab, so this works out quite well for us. Let's put one of those down. Put two, and I assume both Trashy and John would be able to do that at the same time. Why not? RimAtomics machining table. Okay, cool. So I feel like we put that in our... Oh, yeah, wow. Not really large enough, is it? Stockpile's not really large enough to do this, or at least our working zone is not really large enough for all this crap. We could put it there. It's kind of a bit tight, but it will still work. Right, let's get you working on... I guess we'll start with this stuff first, seeing as we know this is important. No wonder everything's taking so bloody long to build when we've got Aiden over here stoned and, warm? What does that mean? Is that just like, oh, I've had a drink in the... It's 9 o'clock, my man. Just think the life of... My God, these crazy orders. It's finally getting to him. Just what they want... Sorry, you want me to build what? A hotel made of solid jade? My God, there's no wonder he's a day drinker. Okay, let's open some of these buildings up then. So we did have it last time that Aiden got himself trapped in this building, which is why I've had to designate some of this to be mine. Oh God, is this a raid? Not a raid, just lag. That's always good to see. How's it going with the whole research bench? It's gonna take fucking hours. I can't believe you do that. Is there any way I can restrict him from doing that? Like, hey, please don't day drink. Is that an option somewhere? Is there a please don't day drink button? I don't care about social drugs so much. Usage for recreation, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'd just rather you not frequency try and take the drug. Can I set that up on a schedule then? Ah, there we go. Cool. Every day? Sorry, 10 times a day. Holy shit, this is incredible. I mean, I'm not even gonna say every day. We can say every day, but like only if your recreation is below like what 50%. That seems fair. That way they won't wake up and immediately fucking start smoking up. Right, let's do something like that. And only if mood is below like 50% as well. This is like a desperation thing. Right, that should stop that happening in the future, I hope. Oh God. Okay. One archer chief. Okay, so it's just a tribal enemy. One archer chief, 5 archers, 5 berserkers, 7 heavy archers, 5 hunters, 2 penitents, 3 warriors. Can we hold them off? We do have Shia LaBeouf. We do have Shia LaBeouf. And we've got Komodo with a lever action rifle as well. Are our turrets rebuilt? That's the only thing. I don't think we ever got around to finishing the turrets because of, you know, the whole Jade Hotel. Forks. Fuck me. Okay. Right, there you go. Welcome. How are we looking? We still haven't built those flame turrets, even though I ordered those about 4 years ago. Okay, Aiden, you know what? Just try and work on that. Try and work on this. There we go. Already building that. Can I force him to do it instead, just in case he stops? Right, so our combat characters will move up to the top here. Mitchie, a new person to join the colony then. You are also capable of fighting. I like it. Abrasive and great memory is fantastic. Good at medical. You're pretty unskilled, though, huh? I guess we could have her be another researcher. She's got great memory. Yeah, why not? And we've got a lot of research to be doing now. We've got 4 research benches. I'm actually trying to build another multi-analyzer too, because it turns out that is affected by that. Man, they're all affected by the scientist cabinet, huh? Feels a shame not to have one down here. We'll build one in a minute. Mitchie, grab yourself a gun, grab yourself some armor, grab yourself whatever the hell you feel like, to be honest with you. Oh, there's a chain shotgun right there. Fuck it, take that. Grab that chain shotgun and then haul your ass down to here. What's the sort of range on that? Garbage. Garbage. It's a generic video game shotgun range. Okay, let's get everybody down then to the combat zone. You know I said work on that fucking turret. He went to bed. Aiden, my man. My man, please. I just need the turret building. I want to see what a flame turret does. The audience has requested the flame turret, and I owe them this. Come on. I myself want to see what a flame turret does. There we go. What's he doing now? Just getting the components. Good work, good work. I know he's almost about to have a men's breakdown. Oh, yes, here we go. We're actually going to get it set up and ready to go. Holy shit. Boom, good work. I mean, if you get time, let's work on the other one. Excuse me? Oh my God, it can't connect to anything. There's no power. All right, let's run that up to there then. Sorry, Aiden. Change of plan. Change of plan. Sorry, he's going to go absolutely nuts with all of these orders. Oh, no. Okay, speak of the devil. John, my friend, you are still capable of building, right? Get on with the power line. Can I say to my tenants, hey, get to safety? Toxic fallout, that'll do it. Go. Oh, guest as well. Shit, guest as well. Toxic fallout, toxic fallout. Bryce, what the fuck, my man? I can't stop him. He's gone insane. There we go. Oh, God, my colonists have also backed off. Sorry, where's this raid? I was promised a raid. There's They gave up. They gave up. They heard, oh, those guys got Jade Hotel. We don't want to fuck with them. Are they just actually not turning up? Did I misread? Did I misread? Sorry, I meant to go to history. Right, history. Right, let's take a look. Messages. Sad one. Yeah, whatever. Tribespeople from the... They have to fight tribespeople on a tail. I mean, how far away were they? Let's give it a minute. Ray didn't turn up, and I feel like that was kind of a bit of a cheap kind of bug there. So I'm kind of tempted to turn up. I was going to turn up the storyteller difficulty anyway, because I feel like I'm betraying all of Jup's memory by playing on medium. I know that this is more about the building and checking out the different mods and whatnot, but we do still need a challenge. It's in the sort of core gameplay of RimWorld, I think, to at least have some people die every other episode. So we're going to flip over to that. We're going to play on a slightly harder difficulty here. We're going into the RimAtomics and the crazy turrets and shit, so we do need a challenge for those turrets to be up against, although we're about to block those turrets off, so this is probably... We have to move these in Brrainz. In fact, let's expand them out a little bit. Well, that's a bit of a dick. What the fuck? Okay, never mind then. Well, there goes an entire crop. Luckily, we've got still a freezer absolutely stocked up there. To be fair, they've got through it fairly quickly. It's probably because I ordered up something like 200 lavish meals to be cooked at once. Yeah, so cook 200, unpause at 50, so that way we've always got a massive stockpile of lavish meals. And then if obviously food gets desperate, if we get like a pretty prolonged cold snap, we can flip back over. We can flip back over to just focus, or even just suspend that bill entirely. What's going on here? The hell's going on with this? They've like tried to start building a door, but then it was forbidden. I have no idea. Oh man, the arm for Shia LaBeouf. I completely forgot about that. Sorry, my friend. Left shoulder. There we go. Implant the extra arm there. I'll try and remember to do that tomorrow. What the hell's going on here as well? My flaws. Somebody, I did see a comment, by the way, as I was loading the game up that said there is a drop-down menu available for this mod, so you don't have to go through all of this garbage. Thank you for that. I will make sure we get that for tomorrow, because this is obviously not exactly the easiest way to start putting down flaws, is it, when you can't see half of the game. What a Tupandactylus. What is that? Some sort of flying boy? It certainly looks like a flying boy. My god, he dummy thick, though. Holy shit. This is going to get me... You know what? It's worth the demonetization. It's worth it. Pleasure doing business with you, YouTube. How are we gonna... I was gonna say, how are we gonna take him out? Do we have to really worry about it? Oh, I was gonna say he's not moving. Plus, we've got, you know, a crazy amount of... We can see the flame turrets. They are horribly overpowered. My god. And how long do they last? Oh, you refuel them. Obviously, that makes a lot of sense. That is a slight concern. That is a slight concern that they do that much... Oh, god, Fork's got fucking shot by the turret. That they... spew out that much flame against like big groups of drop pods and shit. That's going to be horribly overpowered. But holy shit, do they do a lot of damage. If we're going to use those, everything within their area, we would have to concrete over. Otherwise, this is going to go up like wildfire. Holy shit, that did a lot of damage. Fire has ascended. No longer is he half a man, or I guess like maybe an eighth of a man if you're missing an arm. He is better than he has ever been before. Melee cooldown minus 10%. Holy shit, his DPS just went up by... I mean, significantly more then. What are we looking at? Wait. Oh, because he's got... Hang on, under anesthetic. That's really, really funny. Under anesthetic, he still does 16 point. We'll wait for that to wear off. Then we might be able to get a better... Did you just eat my herbal medicine? What the fuck was that? We might be able to get a better sort of estimate for how much damage my man's doing here. Holy shit. What are our builders up to right now? Oh, of course, the... extremely decadent jade building here. How could I forget? There we go. And they managed to trap themselves in once again. Well, we've just got to wait for this to, wait for him to hopefully get out of that. How are we looking, Shia? What's up? What's our DPS looking like, my man? 20.88. Is that not less? How's it gone down? You got an extra arm with a melee cooldown decrease and it's gone down? I have no idea. Oh, well, never mind. Hey, Aiden, what the hell are you doing? Could you build rather than mine? Construction, Aiden. 1, mining, 4. Yep, perfect sense. Thank you. I think he's trying to mine that out so he can build there, but I'd rather he, you know, did all the embracing and defenses. Try and reinstall these turrets, get all this stuff built first, because now we're playing on a higher difficulty. We need to really, really worry about raids. Ah, nice. First level of our radiation detectors there done. So this is going to be fairly boring, obviously, during this early game, but some of the end game research, if you've never played RimAtomics before, are... absolutely fucking nuts. So let's start the project again. So we need 5 crafting for this next step. So again, if say Trashy for example didn't have 5 crafting, he does. But if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to carry on with that, and then we'd have to work out, you know, get a better researcher. It's a sort of multifaceted thing. You don't just sit there at a research bench for hours on end, working your way through to the end game. You actually have to go and do different tasks with different skill sets. Mitchie, then, what am I going to do with you? I completely forgot to give you some jobs here. So hauling, yep, that's fine as well. Rearm, refuel, whatever. So plant cutting, I don't know why, but they're not actually... Oh, they did cut the blighted plants, but then it grew back more. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to it because we had some other shit on our plate there. Not literally, quite the opposite, actually. Let's go for... What the hell am I going to have you do? You're so crappy. We could have you help out with the research. That's really all you're good for right now. We could have you cleaning, and hauling? Cleaning, hauling, research. If you can't do anything else, I guess spend all your time in the quarry, but you're so bad at it. I wouldn't really want you to even do that. It seems like a waste of hands. I'd rather have you training or something else. Yeah, this character's a bit of a mixed bag, I'll be honest. They're really not super useful. They're good at hunting, but again, we don't really need that either, given the amount of food we've got coming in right now. Yeah, I guess we'll roll with that. Let's get rid of all these crops. I've actually stopped them, obviously, sowing and harvesting until we've dealt with this issue. So let's go ahead and designate that shit to all be... Oh my god, that's absurd. 465 plants gone. Never mind. You don't know how to progress with this next level of the research route. Just as a skill crafter needs to figure out how to build and maintain radiation detectors for all colonists using resources and tools available. What do we do? Do I hover over it? It'll give me a little bit of a hint. Nope. There's no builds to add to this, and we can't do anything as far as I know with, yeah, with the research tab. We can't, like, force research or anything. I actually don't know what to do. So we won't worry about that one for the time being. We'll start working on the nuclear reactor. Right now, there's no radiation to detect, so I think we need to change that. And, of course, we've got, like, things like energy weapons. As you can see here, unlock some pretty ridiculous turrets, so we can build, Liberators, some sort of massive ICBM there. ADS, which is a missile detect system. We've got like Tesla cores. We've got Hell, which is a big old launcher, I assume. Some big old... It's just kind of absurd, the amount of stuff that we can move on to next. So these turrets, although we think these are powerful, these are going to look like Babby's toys compared to what's coming up next. Oh, God. I mean, I've just noticed this mess. Oh, God, we've got another 17. 29 Storachiosaurus. I don't think the feeders are going to be enough, right? We've got 80 food lying around there, so clearly something's working. These guys have enough to spare. Let's get this shit hauled over as well. Ah, they enjoyed their stay. Well, they wait until the Jade Hotel, which is almost done, by the way, is finished. We've got to put some floors and got to put some furniture in. That guy paid with 25 smoke leaf joints. He did leave some silver as well. Was it cash, grass, or arse? Doesn't really work in British English, does it? Sounds a bit ridiculous. So I've also put it on a washing machine, by the way. So now, one of the guests just washed all of our clothes. Thank you. And also stole some of my fucking armor again. Put that down. Put that down. I like that we can actually control what the guests are directly wearing. Why would they... Okay, well, this is ridiculous. There's got to be a way to set a default... Well, I mean, I did set a default outfit, though, didn't I? Is that... That is Betty Summers. Betty Summers. What the fuck? And that's called protective gear. Did we not go through this the other day? Did this exact scenario not happen? Protective gear. Why? Why? Tenant and tenants? Oh, God. Well, there's your problem. Delete tenant. Okay, and then we'll just focus on tenant, seeing as that's apparently the default one. I guess we'll just go back to this then. No. Allow all, and then we'll delete that, and we'll just say, hey, no hazmat. We'll say no animal gear, because that's a bit ridiculous. Do you need to wear a hat? Really? We'll let you wear the hat. I'm going to have to go through and turn off every single fucking... Right, let's just type in armor. The American way, I assume? Yep, let's go ahead and just disable all armor. I'll disable anything with gear in it as well. You know, all you're allowed to wear is just trousers. That's all you get. You just get no animal plate gear, for fuck's sake. No. Run, Mitchie. Run, Mitchie. Grizzly Bear hunting Mitchie. Oh, my God. Between her and home is... She's honestly more likely to die from this barrage of flame turrets. Ah, whole ass. Oh, it's fleeing. It's fleeing. We've scared it off. Thank God for that. These things, I think, are way too destructive. But you know what? We're gonna keep around. Oh, you know what? You're also capable of attacking. You would have been able to shotgun that bear in the face. That probably would have also shut it up. I'm so glad that the majority of our colony now is capable of violence rather than it being the other way around. That's really, really going to change. I'm actually looking forward... There we go. Perfect. Absolutely, she did shotgun him in the face. I'm really looking forward to the next raid, because I think we're in a scenario whereby we should be able to deal with them quite safely. Is this getting worse? I feel like this has gotten worse since last time we checked. Good God. They're also hauling all the slaughter meat over there as well. So these guys... I might just need to build the entire floor out of feeders at this point. Mad scientist training, now you speak my language. Okay, Trashy, let's get... Trashy, who is currently researching RimAtomics, by the way, is going to go trade with the mad scientist trader. See if we can trade them a load of shit. I assume this is to do with the what's it called? Polymorph mod? He does want to buy my Mycoid Colossus, my great devourer. Of course, we're not going to sell him that. A giant beaver. Say no more. We're already demonetized. What's another giant beaver, huh? He wants to buy a chem fuel, and to be fair, we have so much of this shit. My God. Let's sell him like 1,500 chem fuel. We'll sell him around half the supply there just to start, like I said, building up a decent amount of gold. He wants to buy mechanoid stuff, but I'm not going to sell that. What's he got that we want? Nothing, really. Selling some gold. Gold is not really too valuable for us right now. He's got new tramine. We've got no components left, really. We might have to go on another trip up to the mechanoid hive at some stage then and try and grab some more. I mean, obviously it'd be super, super easy now we've got all these muffaloes and things tamed. Yeah, honestly, let's sell them like 2,500 then, chem fuel, because if we've got a mounted of that, we might as well get as much money out of the guy as possible. Besides that, though, I don't really want to sell him any of this other stuff, because it could be quite useful. And obviously, I'm not selling any animals, quite the opposite. Boom, we got ourselves, my friend. Where is it? Here it comes. We got ourselves a new animal to go with the colony. A giant beaver. That's right. Come to my park and see my giant beaver. You can still scum up the egg percentages, can't you? So say, for example, we, let's put down a stockpile zone. Let's say that those are set to critical, clear all, and then we say Storiciosaurus eggs or whatever. Storiciosaurus egg should be in here, fertilized. There we go. And what's that one? Reconstructed, right? So these are the natural ones. So what you can do is you can collect all of your eggs. The first one you put down on the pile, I can't remember which way around it is. I think it's the first one you put down on the pile. All eggs you put on top of that will take on that one's percentage. So say we've got this 70% Storiciosaurus egg. So let's get John to quickly pick that one up. Yeah, pick those ones up and then haul the rest. Then we drop the ones in his inventory on the rest of them, and then it will make all of them, I think, it will make them all that level. Why? What do you mean? What do you mean we can't put them there? What are you talking about? Are these... Oh, they're okay, fine. There we go. Boom. Right, so then John, we say... No? What? Sorry? You heard the button. You heard it go... You heard it do the doot noise. Right, haul these... And then watch this. This is going to be hyper scum. What the fuck are you doing? Did you just collect all those to your inventory, you little shit? How much has that got on it? Oh, God, I think I might have just screwed it up there. Because he's decided to haul absolutely everything. You know what, never mind. So this way... Oh, don't shoot the dinosaurs. My God. I know we've got a lot of them, but fucking hell. Let's drop the 16 then. So those are at 43%. And then we'll drop this one. And that might increase it or it might decrease it. Because I'm not entirely sure on the order now. Boom. 42%. Okay, never mind. Never mind. But you sort of see what I'm getting at there, because a lot of those eggs were at 20 or something percent like that, so now we're up to 43% on all the eggs. It just means that, say, for example, we had an egg at 90-something percent, we could put it all together. That would work in theory, if you didn't do it the way I did it there. I should have done it the other way around, like put a stockpile for, there was low priority, put one critical, and then put the best egg on the low priority one, forbid it, and then put the other eggs on the high priority, and then move the other one over, if that makes sense. I'll try and show it off again in the future so that we can skip a lot of the waiting for these animal eggs to mature. Exotic goods trader sells donkey. Not really what I was after, I'm going to be honest. Oh, they've got advanced components. Yeah, kind of tempting me there. Sell the smoke leaf joint. Fuck those. We've got high enough mood. Sell the go juice as well. I don't want someone having a mental breakdown. Oh, look at the plasteel we can sell. Right, should we sell like 750 of those? Just go for like roughly half the stat there. Yeah, that's pretty good. I will buy the components because we're kind of desperate for those. Although we can get those whenever we want just by nipping up to the mechanoid intrusion. Let's buy, saying that the same, we can also just craft advanced components, but I'll buy a couple just to keep us going in case we need to urgently rebuild turrets or something like that in case of a massive war. There you go, it's not exactly knocking off too much there. What have they got then? Agricultural implant can be installed on, oh my God, they've got an advanced bionic spine. What does that do? 35% movement, 35% manipulation. Yeah, if we could afford that, that'd be fantastic. I mean, we can, but I'd rather keep some money in the, oh, the radio's also really good. Just because it gives a passive night. We could install that next to the quarry, and it would give them recreation as they're working in the quarry. I might say some more plasteel then. Let's sell them like 1,000. Yeah, okay. I'll take that. That's fine. So we'll still have about 1,000 gold in the stockpile, but that was definitely worth it. Who gets the advanced spine then? 35% movement and manipulation. I want to say John, but I also want to say Shia LaBeouf. What is this fucking ridiculous game? You know what, John? You deserve it. You actually deserve something good for a change, because everyone else is getting the cool stuff. We've got Mitch, who's another good doctor. I trust her. She's got 10 out of 20 right there. I might also get Trashy very quickly to buy some medicine as well. This is a spine implant, after all, a spine replacement, so I imagine we could do with a little bit of medicine. What can we buy? Should I just buy as much as we can afford? Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. It's a worthwhile trade. There we go. Boom. And we'll save that for the most important shit. Like I said, we get this installed over here. That way it keeps these guys happy as they're working in the quarry. All right, here we go. 7 Glitterworld medicine for that. My God, but I suppose it guarantees success, right? And if we spent however many, 4,000? Was this 6,000? I don't remember. But it guarantees that we're going to survive with that one. Nice. Advanced bionic spine giving manipulation plus 35%, moving plus 35%. This guy must be like a rocket now with his weird cow legs as well. And that's only, what's that, 26 out of 30? That's not too bad. It's certainly not worth replacing it. And Trashy comes through while John is passed out with the nuclear research reactor. Very nice. Okay, let's get one of those put down so that tomorrow we can definitely dive straight into it with with really nothing else blocking the way here. So where is it? RimAtomics, and we've got ourselves the research reactor. Nice. And this is why I was clearing out this room as well, because we're going to need to put down a lot of crap in here. I guess we'll just put it over here. Try and take up as little room as possible. Oh, God! That all kicked off instantly. So it immediately decided to hunt Ian Goldblum, and then immediately all the turrets went completely fucking ballistic. To be fair, they do such a good job of stunning it, and then all the other turrets can take it out. My God, that's so powerful. I really like this flame turrets, but to be honest, one is enough. Honestly, one is almost too much in a way, because look at the amount of damage. I think that was the... Oh, no, I guess they would have all been in range. That's too much, though. This is kind of out of hand, because now we're going to have to dedicate everyone to putting out fires for a while. Excuse me, can we get those? John can't walk. Yeah, hilarious. Right, there we go. And with that, I'm fairly happy to say, let's leave it here for today. That's some pretty great progress right there. I mean, getting this whole lab pretty much redone, really diving into the RimAtomics stuff there with a couple of research benches. The Jade Hotel is actually almost finished. Only a little bit more work on that. Oh, shit, the reason they can't finish it is because these are cut off. And they can't actually get to this next room. Right. Okay, so if we open that up, they'll be able to finish that one for tomorrow. Okay, and then, of course, all the stockpiles tidied up. John got an upgrade. Shia LaBeouf is on board. We got, what, like 3 new colonists this episode or something like that? We got Komodo, was it Komodo, Michi, and Shia LaBeouf? Pretty ridiculous. Either way, thank you all for watching. Let's leave it there for tonight, and then tomorrow we can dive straight in with, hopefully, the nuclear reactor, and then really get on with the genetic tech, so we'll have enough power to do it that time. Thank you to Aiden W, Alpha Scuff, Anthony Corley, Asuna Kirito, Atmos, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Sedini, Crazy Pat, Crosus, Donald, Emerald Beam, Facundo Vasquez, Fluffernutter, Ghost of Protocol, Gogolus, Harik, Jimbo, Jonah Waters, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Kanan Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Natbuskus 911, Nathan Flores, Necrofell, and Palvis Presley, Rodin, Richard Clark, Scott, Skaz, Somnus, Stannis the Manis, Shayok Swain, The Forsaken One, T-Bag Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers, and William Green for the support the Insanity Lovers on Patreon. Thank you very much for making the channel possible. Much appreciated. If you guys don't have any names in-game right now, please let me know, and I'll make sure that you guys get one of the colonists named after yourself. If you want an animal, for whatever reason, we can also rename an animal as well, I guess. That'd be kind of strange. And a thank you as well to... Why is my list so in the wrong order? Here we go. Acero, Adam Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Attila, Austin Taylor, Bordoon, Ben Trope, Betwins Max, Better Valerian, Black Double H, Chris, Corey CA, David Van Diepen, Don, Dunk217, Easy to Pronounce Name, Eric Farrell, Exploding Knees, Foosh, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Circa, Gompo, Gray, Haji Damar, Henrik Stensgaard, Icarus, Icy the Great, Ida, Irish, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, James Barnes, James Shea, Jason Sushu, Jose, Johan DeVries, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plott, Justin Walters, Luan and Thomas, Luke Wallace, Mastolp, Monty, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pantamu, Pantherpearl, Payback 1 through 7, Peyton Denisar, Rodrigo, Russian Oligarch, Billionaire, Ryan Hooper, Smirtworm, Spencer Powell, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, The Bloody Knight, The Insane Pickle, Valancri, Varagon, Voodoo Mumbo, Wesley Grayson, Will Wade, Wilson Atef, Wolfie, Yorkers, Zach, and Zico too. Oh god, I'm losing my voice now. Thank you for watching. See you all tomorrow.